If you only get to the casino once in a while, you're not looking to grind out a little $14 win. You want to make it count. Today's strategy gives you some protection early on, but once you recoup most of your initial bets, the goal is simple. Go for those black chips or go bust trying. It's not about playing safe, it's about taking your shot. Casino craps, it might look complicated, but at its core, it's a simple game. Roll the dice, bet on the correct number, and win. Hi, I'm Jeremy, and I am a craps fanatic. My job, to teach you the game, to teach you the math and some strategies, and with a little luck, you can color up. Today's video is part of my Dice Advice series where viewers submit strategies and then I roll them out here. Now this one was sent to me by Sir Charles 1310. He calls it the Sir Charles Secret Duck Lux, which is a combination of 3 different strategies. I'm not going to go over those. They're all things I've covered in the past, but I'm going to rename this just for simplicity and call it the black or bust, because I'm going for the black chip or I'm going to bust out. But thank you, Sir Charles, for submitting this strategy. I'm very intrigued by this one. We're going to wait for the point to get established before we start our bets. Now, if you're the shooter, you're going to be required to make either a pass or don't. A lot of times I'll just do a do-we-don't. It's a wash unless you roll the 12 on the come out roll. Otherwise, it just kind of break even. Most casinos will allow that. And I do that if I'm shooting the dice. Otherwise, I don't worry about the pass line. All right, once a point's established, I'm going to bet $51 on the inside numbers. So $15 and then $18, 6 and 8, 51 total. Now, if the point was the 5, I would probably move my bet to the 9. Otherwise, I'm going to stick with the 5, 6, and 8. And then I'm going to lay $50 against the 4. They're going to take your VIG up front, so $1. So it costs you $51 to make this bet. So we've got 51, but with an early 7, we would at least win back 25. So half of it's protected. Worst case scenario is we roll the 4, so we would lose that bet, and then we're not protected, and then we roll the 7. Now, if the point were to be the 4, you could continue to lay the 4. I'm probably going to move it to the 10. Usually players aren't fans if you're laying against the point number because most of them, have pass line bets. So half of our bet is protected by the lay bet. Now our goal is to recoup or close to $51. All these are going to pay the same on the first hit. We're going to get paid $21. And we're going to press starting with the 6 and 8. So pick which one you want. Doesn't really matter. They have the same odds and probabilities. So let's say we go ahead and press the 6. So this will go to a $36 bet. We'd collect a couple bucks and they'd probably clean this up and put a green, 2 red, and a white. Now, best case scenario is we hit our press number. Our $36 bet is going to pay $42. We would collect it. We've won 42 plus this 3, so we've got 45. We're now going to pull down our lay. Well, because we've collected 45, we only have 51 to start with up here at risk. So you're in it for $6. Now it's time to shoot for the black chips. Okay, let's say we don't hit the pressed up number. So this one's pressed up. Let's say we hit the 5 this time. We win 21. Again, we're going to press. The 6 is already pressed, so press the 8. Notice we're not collecting yet, but hey, that's just how the dice are rolling, right? So we're going to collect another 3, and now we've got another pressed up bet. Basically, you need to hit a pressed bet to get your $42 win and pull down your lay. So we're rooting for the 6 and 8. The 5 hits. Again, we get paid 21. Dealer press. That's going to go to a $30 bet. We pull back 6. Now at least we have all the numbers pressed up. Again, they're all going to pay 42, and that'll allow us to pull down our lay bet. So you can win enough as early as 2 hits to take down your lay bet. Worst case scenario like this, it's going to take you 4 hits. But you have little to none invested, and you're ready to go to that black chip level. Once we pull down our lay, and I forgot they'd actually return the VIG to you, we're going to get our 9 covered. So if these are already pressed up, it's going to pay 42. We could press these and cover the 9 for 15. Same here on the 5. If it's at the $30 level, let me clean that up a little bit. If it's at the $30 level, it's going to pay 42. We can cover the 9 for 15 and still press our number. So we're going to press or double to 30. Then we're going to go 50, 75, and then a 75 level, it's going to pay out 105. The 6 or 8, we're at 36. The first hit, we're going to cover the 9 for 15 and still be able to press this. With these numbers, we're going to go 36, 60, 90. If we hit at the $90 level, again pays 105. Now when he submitted this, he talked about pressing beyond the black chip level, trying to go to the next level. You certainly can do that. For my demo, it's going to be a short roll of a few minutes. I'll be lucky if I get to the black chip level, but if I do, I'm just going to stop there and same bet throughout. Let's go ahead and head to the live roll where this will really start to make sense as you see it in action. All right, I have $500, $600. We'll assume someone else is rolling the dice. That way we don't have to worry about a line bet. Let's go ahead and get a point established and then go from there. So shooter coming out. 8 easy will be our point. And then we're going to give the dealer 105 because we don't have change, but this is going to be a $102 bet. And we're going to tell him we want to lay the 4 for $50 and we want $51 on the 5, 6, and 8, the $15 level. So we would get 3 back in change. And then let's get set up here. 18 each on the 6 and 8, $15 on the 5. And if the puck were the 5, we would do the 9. If the point's the 6 or 8, we'll just bet them anyway. And then there was $1 taken for the VIG on the 4. I guess I could use a button here, make it official. We're set up, ready to go. Let's see what happens. 9, we don't have the 9. We're looking for the 5, 6, or 8. Might be off screen, but it's a 3. Ace, deuce, 3. 6 easy. 18 pays 21. Dealer press. So we'll take that up to 36, and they'll probably clean that up, put a green chip under there. And we'll rack 3. Now, if we can hit this right away, we would win 42. We'd have enough winnings to almost cover. We'd have 45. We'd pull down that lay because we really wouldn't have any risk up here. But let's see what happens. Here we go. There's a 10 easy. There's a 6, perfect. This is ideal situation. So we're going to get paid 42, and 42 plus the other 3 we pulled off is 45. Dealer, pull down my lay. He'll return that to you. You'll get your dollar and VIG back. We can rack that up. And we do have a little more because we do have this pressed up, but we initially started with only 51. We've pulled back 45. We have $6 of our money at risk. Yes, technically this is all our money at risk, but you know what we initially started with, we're okay. We've got a good pressed up bet here and $6 invested out of our pocket. Hopefully that makes sense. So let's keep this roll going. And if we can hit a pressed up number, then we'll cover the 9 with it. Let's see what happens. Not going to happen. So on this hand, we're going to lose $6. But I'd say that's pretty decent for the risk we had. All right, this will all come back. We'll start over with a new shooter. Here we go, coming out. Yo, 11. Doesn't help us. 6 the hard way, 6 hard. So same thing. There's 51 for our lay bet and 51 for our inside bet to the dealer. He could set that up here, and 51 will look like $15 level bets. All right, 5, 6, or 8. There's the 8 hard, 8 hard. 18 is going to pay 21. I like to do the 6, start with the 6. You could do the 8, it doesn't really matter, but we're going to press the 6 or 8. So dealer, press 6. And again, we'll clean that up with a green chip. So we want to hit that 6 so we can get a 42 and get our lay down. Right now, half of our bets are protected by the lay, but again, we don't want to, that 4 is at risk here. I shouldn't have said anything about it. So down comes the 4. So we're going to lose our lay bet. Now, not only have we lost the 50, well, 51, Now our bets are not protected. So we really would like to see that 6 now. 10 easy. There's a 5. Okay, that'll be okay. 15 pays 21. We're going to press the 8 because the 8 hasn't pressed, so dealer press. So this will just go up. Throw a green under here. Now we really need the 6 or 8. Get some of our money back. Not going to happen. So there's a 7. This all comes down. We could have, maybe instead of pressing these up, just collected twice, but I don't know. We're going bigger, go home, right? Did not work that time because not only did we lose the lay, our protection, we lost our inside bet. So worst case scenario. Here we go, new shooter coming out. I don't mind that happening in these videos because I think it's important to show, every strategy has a hole, and sometimes those holes are worst case scenario happens. All right, so there's the 9, so let's go 102 to the dealer. So we get a $50 lay in our VIG, and there we go, I put too much on it. And $51 here for the 5, 6, and 8. There's an 8 easy. 18 pays 21. Dealer press my 6. Let's roll that 6 right back. There's a 5. That's okay. 15 pays 21. Dealer press my 8. And we're pressing our bets, so we got to hit one of them. Bring one home. Not going to happen. There's the 7. Okay, so our pressed up bets lose. We had 51 up here to start with. And our 50 is going to pay back 25. So protected about half of our money. And this could come down. Puck will go off. Try it again. So it's not a huge hit. That's what the protection's for. I mean, you could put a $100 lay, but to protect all of it. But now, you roll it, and now you lose $100. And so it's just kind of however you want to do it. But that's how he likes to do it. There's a 5. That's how I like to do it as well. Some of this was based off of my secret strategy. Okay, so the point is 5. So we're doing, again, 52 to the, or 102 to the dealer. We're going to lay that 4 again. There's our VIG, and then it's, because the point's 5, let's do the 6, 8, and 9 this time. You can always swap the 5 and 9, same odds, probabilities, payouts. All right, here we go. 3 craps. 2 spot and a dot. Rolling the horn numbers, we need those numbers. There's a 6, that's good. So it pays 21, dealer press. All right, let's hit that 6 right back. Hey, that time it worked. Now we get to show the best case scenario in just 2 hits. All right, so that is going to pay 42. 36 is going to pay 42. 42 plus the 3 we already pulled is 45. Dealer, pull down my lay. Now we really only have, for this shooter, $6 of risk of our own money. And we got a pressed up 6. So we're in good shape. And now we're going to start attacking and get to the black level. All right, there's a 3. Yo 11. We're going to need a decent size roll here. There's a 2. Not all these crappy numbers. There's another 2. Get it off that bad number. We don't want to see that. Only good numbers. Shooter. There's a 5. Point hit. Now, if I had a lay bet, because the lay's always working, I would work my bets. But the lay's down, puck's off, my bets are off. There's a 9, and sometimes it's a wasted roll, and sometimes it's a smart play. All right, we're back at it. 6 easy, 6 easy. Now, this is a pressed number, so we're going to, again, win 42. Now, we're not going to just immediately start pressing this one because we have an open number. So let's go ahead. We can cover the 5 for 15, and then let's get our 6 up to 60. So we cover, normally we'd cover the 9, but now we're going to cover the 5. Dealer, take my 6 to 60. We're only pulling back $3, but now we got the 5 started, and this is at 60. Again, if you remember, we're going 36, 60, 90, start collecting black chips. 5 and 9, we go 15, 30, 50, 75 black chips. And we're not going to collect before then, all right? There's a 6. All right, we're one step away. 60 is going to pay 70. We're going to go to 90, 75, yeah, 90. And we're going to pull back $40. So that's good, at least. Pulling some back, but we're one step away, 1 6 away from that black chip. There's an 8, okay. We're down here at the $15 level, or 18, so that's going to pay 21, dealer press. And we'll make this look like 36. So it's got some work to do. There's the 7. We didn't get any of our black chips. For that shooter, we won money though, because after our regression, we only had 6. So we did win some money, but just not our black chips. All right, new shooter. 6 easy, 6 easy will be our point. So let's go $102 to the dealer. We're going to lay that for 50. And then with the 51, we're going 5, 6, and 8. All right, shooter, 5, 6, or 8. 12 craps. Sometimes I wonder why these dice just do not listen to me. There's a 9. We're on the 5 though this time. Come on, dice. Pay attention. There's another 9. They're doing exactly what they shouldn't be doing. 2 craps. There's an 8, that'll work. 18 will pay 21. Dealer press my 6. Yeah, I rolled an 8, but I pressed the 6. Dice off the table, I can grab that one. It's within reach. Same die. And hopefully we can roll a good number. 8 the hard way. We'll take it. All right, that's going to pay 21. And, well, we're just going to press it. Dealer press that one up. We got to hit one of these so we can pull our lay down. All right, let's get the money. Let's get that $42 payday. There's an 8 easy. There we go. Although, should the puck have been off? No, because I didn't roll a 6, right? All right, I'm confusing myself a little bit. Okay, 8. We're going to get paid 42. That is enough to, we've collected. So let's go ahead, ask the dealer to pull down our lay bet. That'll be returned to us. And actually, I think we pulled off 3 each time. So only a couple dollars at risk, I believe, if anything. And we got 2 good pressed up bets. Time to go for those black chips. 4 easy 4. Good thing we got our lay down. There's the 7. Not going to happen. Puck goes off. It's okay. We're running almost essentially risk-free. Coming out, 5 will be our point. So 102 to the dealer. Dealer, lay my 4. There's the VIG, and then we'll do the 6, 8, and 9 this time. All right, here we go. There's a 9. There we go. That works. So 15 pays 21. Dealer, press my 6. All right, now let's roll that 6 right away. Hey, just on cue. Bam, just like that. So we're going to win 42. We've won 45. Dealer, pull down that lay. Get the VIG returned. Only a couple dollars at risk. So time to go for that black chip. 2, spot and a dot. Dice off the table, no roll. Let me grab a new, fresh, good one. It's going to roll a 6 for me. Nope, it's going to roll a 3. That's okay. There's a 5-point hit. Puck will go off. There's a 5. It'll go right back on the 5. No wasted rolls because we don't have those. There's the 7. All right, we're not going to make any money there. Just lose a couple more bucks. Puck will go off, and we got a little bit of time left here. Let's try it one last time. There's the 6. All right. Oh, we got a lot of white here. Oh, 102 to the dealer. Lay bet. We're going to do the 5, 6, and 8. All right, let's see what happens. Quick 7. That's going to happen sometimes. These are going to come down. Our $50 is going to pay 25. I think they come out through the don't. And pay it off to you. So we lost half of our money there. So you're going to need some patience. You're going to need a decent roll, but that's what you're going for. I don't think we're down that much. I guess we'll count it up and find out here. We started with 6, and the whole goal is you're going for those black chips. So we're buying time at the table with our protection, and we're getting out of the hand, regressing early, or not regressing, but pulling that down. So 1, 2, 75. 300, 325, 350, 375, 400. We're down. 425, 35, 45, 450, 455, 460, 465, 470, 480, if I can do my math, 485, 486. So yes, we're down some, but we're hanging in there and just waiting for that big roll. So that's what this is all about, sticking around, and we're going black or we're just going bust.
All right, let's go ahead and look at black or bust using dicer.io. We know it ended up at 486. But with today's rolls, I also do want to compare it against our standards, the 3-point Molly and Dolly, which is essentially three combats with max odds on a 3, 4, 5 times table, and then our conservative Hedgehog, which almost always breaks even. And let's go ahead and graph that out. And again, this is using today's exact rolls on the table. And we see the don't is doing very well and ended up at 1455. The Hedgehog did just beat out black or bust at 540, so also down a little bit. And then the Molly, it completely busted out, so no good for the light side strategy. Let's go ahead and run this a few times with random number generated 10 shooters. This time the Dolly again in front with the Hedgehog and black or bust right there in the middle, and another bad set of rolls for the 3-point Molly. Some more don't. Oh, nope, the don'ts finally came down. This time the black or bust was up in first place, positive, followed by the Hedgehog. And interestingly, both the Dolly and Molly ended up down there near 0. All right, looks like we got some light side rolls. The Molly is running pretty close to the blacker bust, but the blacker bust finished up top. Hedgehog did its thing, and the don't strategy ended up at 0. Let's go ahead and run it one last time. Looks like some don'ts up front. There goes blacker bust. Oh, took off. It ended up with a very big profit. Looks like $1,800, followed behind by the Molly. The Hedgehog broke even, and the Dolly was down a little bit.
If you're enjoying my videos, consider supporting the Color Up channel by joining my club, the Color Up Club. It's an awesome community of craps enthusiasts just like me, and I also give out some free swag. So check out my website, colorup.club.